I was going to say Monday, but it's Tuesday. So today we're going to be diving into money and wealth. And so for those of you who do not know, the Divine Mother Sophia is the feminine embodiment and highest expression of divine feminine Christ consciousness. So we can just say the feminine aspect of God's source. And she is powerful in all of her expressions and emanations. And all of us are, she's wanting me to mention, we're all expressions of her creative life force energy, right? That divine intelligence that is her, that is the feminine universal blueprint. We all contain that and hold that within every cell of our being. And so even before I hopped on, I was just asking her, like, you know, there's so many different ways we can approach money and talk about money. What is of most value for the collective, or my mini collective here at this point in time, to really talk about? And I absolutely love what she wants this to be about. And she said, this is important because money is the number one weapon that the Matrix uses against you to distort your connection with God, right? To distort your connection to what is true, what is real, and what is pure. And it's really interesting because as she talks about distortion, she's kind of like flashing me, it's sort of like how we have been wired to see abundance and money and all of these different things. We've been wired in a way where it makes us repel what's actually natural to us. So what she kind of means by this is, even when I'm doing a lot of like money activation work with clients and that type of thing, the number one thing that is challenging for me to get them to understand, or for them to just come to this realization, is that a desire for money, or a desire for success, or a desire for just more in your life is actually a part of your organic blueprint. Meaning the universe naturally has this desire she's just talking about this desire and this fuel to expand, right? That is the creative life force energy that's always seeking to express itself and materialize itself in different ways. So in this particular dimension, because money is a part of the experience, because it's a part of the game that we're playing, right? That innate desire for expansion is then filtered through the unique rules of this game, she's saying, in the form of you wanting money. So you wanting money, you wanting to manifest a job or something that's going to bring you or manifest this dream job or a business and more clients and that type of thing, the thing that's going to bring you more money, that's something that you cannot, you can't help it. But what she's talking about is what the Matrix is designed to do is, sorry, it's just a lot of energy. I'm asking for like grounding right now. So what the Matrix is designed to do is making you believe that it's bad or wrong or shameful for you to want the things that are in alignment with your true abundance blueprint, right? The true blueprint of who you are as an abundant soul. So even before you can go on this journey of like consciously manifesting and inviting and welcoming money into your reality, you have to address this core belief of you believing that money is bad or wrong, or people who have money are bad. And I know it's something that we're seeing a lot and hearing a lot about, but she's saying to actually sort of like have this belief release its grip that it has on your consciousness is a little bit more difficult, right? So it's easier said than done. And she's helping us all do this right now too. There are some angelic beings and some other beings working in the background as I'm sharing this transmission. And I just wanted to check in with you guys to see if anybody had any questions or comments so far. So this is important for you to understand that wealth is your true nature. Everything that is abundance and wealth and beauty and wonder and magnificence and just everything within creation that is a representation of divinity, that is what's real. So when you're repelling these things away from you because you're saying, oh, well, I don't like capitalism, or I don't like the people who are in power and in control who have money. Now you're not playing your divine role. And your divine role as a starseed or a light worker, she's saying, is to, what we're doing is we are transmuting money and all of these other things back into a harmonious, pure vibration of love. So it's not that money itself, which is just a tool, is an actual bad thing, or that it's literally actually something that is like victimizing all of these people. It's that the way that the tool has been used against you is of a lower intent and a lower frequency. So when you empower yourself with wealth as a conscious individual who is connected to God's source, what you are doing is you're helping, and she's saying us, she's saying you're helping us to restore the 5D New Earth wealth template into every living being in this dimension. So that's the first step to just welcoming abundance and wealth into your reality. It's accepting that it is a part of your divine work here as a light leader, as somebody who is here restoring the wealth templates. So she's moving into now more of the practical aspect of money. And she's saying, this is why I'm here to talk about money, because I really understand the feminine and masculine components of like what it actually takes to move through maybe some of the karmic cycles that you've inherited from your lineage. Just all of this matrix programming that can be really, really heavy. So she just wants me to kind of talk about like my experience with money and changing my money reality. So for me, changing my reality, my money reality, yes, there were intense spiritual initiations and activations in terms of just understanding who I was as a soul, understanding the illusion of money, understanding that money could never truly define the infinite energy that I am, but also understanding and accepting I am in a physical dimension, right? I'm in a physical dimension. Because I'm in a physical dimension, yes, there is survival. There are bills that have to be paid. There are things that I have to do. And where so many people, particularly people in the spiritual community who are really, attuned to higher frequencies, they really struggle with understanding how to take the esoteric and transmute it into an actionable plan that would allow them to create tangible wealth. And so what I had to realize was that I had to approach my reality in terms of creating a game plan, right? It's not that when you sit and you focus and you try to manifest money that it's going to happen overnight. No, it happens through you embodying the vibration that will allow you to attract the people, the resources, and the opportunities that will then create opportunities for you to make more money. And so what I see people doing is they think, okay, I'm going to do these money exercises. I'm going to focus on the fact that I want this amount of money and think that everything's going to change, and it doesn't really work like that. Also, she's mentioning this, the contracts and the lessons that we all have as it pertains to money. So when you incarnate, or your pre-birth plan, you know what type of family you're going to be born into, if financial resources are going to be there, if your father's not going to be present, if your mother's not going to be present, if you're going to, live in a low income household, if you're going to be in a family of great wealth, and all these different things, right? We choose all of these different elements of the experience that we're going to have. So she's talking about this soul contract that you have with money. So when somebody wants to teach you like their 5-step money manifestation and we're wondering why it doesn't work, she's talking about because you can't just automate something, right? That's like another matrix thing, just trying to automate all these things. You can't automate something that's not fine-tuned to your unique lessons, challenges, and experiences. So creating a plan that's in alignment and in tune with your soul purpose, right? When you start moving from heart-based intentionality, that's when you create money through a frequency of love and all of the karmic cycles that come and the challenges, you will more easily and more powerfully, she's saying, bulldoze through those experiences because you're moving from your heart. You're moving from your soul. You're moving from an intention that's so pure that none of those things can hold you back. So relating this back to my experience, like, I knew I was here to be a spiritual teacher. I knew I was here to bring awakening, and like all these different things. That was always the core of anything that I wanted to manifest, whether it was my dream job on Wall Street, whether it was whatever it was, right? These different things, it was always related back to what is my soul mission? What is my soul purpose? And because it was so in alignment with my soul blueprint, all of the things that were designed to hold me back really couldn't stand a chance against that pure vibration. So what happened? More money was able to flow into my experience. I was able to attract and consciously manifest things that would then bring me more money. And this, what I'm talking about is over the span of years. Like years. It took me years to get to the place that I am now with financial comfort and ease and abundance, and like waking up with freedom and being able to do whatever you want to do without worrying about money or worrying about bills or worrying about, oh, if I don't get any clients this month, I can't pay my bills. Like, that's literally like not a part of my reality at all. But you guys don't understand how much trial and error, she's calling it, that it took me to get here. But because there was always a fine-tuned intention to lead the way, it made things much more easier. So, saying all of that to say, she's talking about going into your heart and finding the thing that you really, really, really love and want to express in this lifetime. That is going to be the thing that brings you the most money. And I made a ton of money on Wall Street. But she's like, it's nothing compared to what I'm going to make and continue to create and make through this work. Because the more, it's not that the work that I was doing before wasn't like a part of my purpose. It was all a part of a greater plan. But she's just saying, when you're truly creating, like in true vibrational proximity to like that original soul intention, that is the frequency that pulls in the most money. This is why when we do things that aren't really aligned with us, it kills our creativity. And it doesn't allow us to make that much money. Or sometimes you can make money from something that is not necessarily in alignment with your soul or something that brings you fulfillment, but it's not sustainable, right? You're miserable. So through you being miserable or end up being depressed or something like that, it usually leads to somebody losing a job or being mentally ill, so then they can't work. Like all of these different things. So it's not sustainable. So she's saying, tap into your heart space to truly understand, what is it that I'm here to express? For some of you, she's saying it's art, it's music, it's dance, it's something like that. For some of you, it is working in a corporation or something like that, where you're bringing this new frequency to that environment, because we're all here to work in different ways. It's not that certain things are soul aligned and certain things are not. It's just you finding your thing and staying true to that and allowing that to be your reason why. Because when we chase money, because kind of like what she's showing me is what we are taught to do is, okay, I need to do the thing that's going to bring me the most security. I need to do the thing that's going to bring me the most money. And in doing that thing, then I will find this validation or this safety or whatever it is. And that's what I'm going for. But in you doing that, you aren't honoring that true divine creative intelligence, that true spark of divine creative intelligence that is moving through you. It doesn't mean that you can't work a job right now that you consciously are aware is not like your end goal. That's not what that means. Right? You can totally use something in the now with the knowingness that, oh, hey, I'm using this as a stepping stone. I'm using this as something that really allows me to do this or gets me one step closer to being able to do the thing that I really want to do. If you don't feel like you can just like fully out the gate, kind of like take that step. But yeah, finding the thing that's in your heart is going to bring you more money. Okay, so everybody right now, taking a step back, looking at your financial situation. If you're running a business, she's talking about, if you're running a business and you're not making money, asking yourself, is what I'm putting out there coming from a place of me feeling like I need to pump out all these services and offers so I can make money? Or is it coming from a place of heart-based service and truly sharing what your soul wants to share? The frequencies are different, and the frequencies create different results. If you are somebody who's in a job and you know that in that job, your income, your salary is capped, there's only so much money you can make in that job. Is it, okay, I want a raise and I need to do the inner work to feel worthy of that raise? Is it, I need to, I'm ready to manifest a job that's more in alignment with me and the job that would come with the higher income? She's just giving practical ways to think about bringing and inviting more money into your life, as opposed to just kind of sitting there and thinking, well, how am I supposed to make more money? It doesn't really work that way. She's saying you have to intentionally plan to make more money. When you are really truly in line, yes, more money can just fall in your lap, right? You get a promotion or a raise, or you find money or something crazy like that. But she's saying, she's talking about my life right now, and people will always ask me, like, well, how did you do that? Or how did you get here? And my response is, I planned on being here. Like, I always planned on doing this. When I was in my career, I always had planned on doing that. So when you have a plan, she's talking about like this divine masculine structure to support this feminine flow. Having that plan allows you to move with clarity and confidence, to know that achieving a goal or making more money is not this imaginary thing that's like out there somewhere. It's something that's actually possible. Even when I'm looking like in my business at different income potentialities, I will kind of like work with the numbers to just reaffirm to myself that it's possible. Oh, if I have this offer at this price and I attract this many people into this program, or I help this many people in this way, oh, I can tangibly see how that amount of money can be created. But I'm not using that amount of money as my why or my purpose, right? It's just something that you can do to work with your ego to help you understand like possibility. Because for things to manifest, you have to also believe that they can manifest, is what she's saying. So I feel like I've been talking a lot. Let me see if you guys have any questions. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to turn it around right now. Okay. There we go. Sorry. So do you guys have any questions for the Divine Mother Sophia? Oh my gosh, she just loves us all so much. And even when I connected to her, there's this like overwhelming motherly energy that's just so nurturing, and it just soothes any insecurity, any doubt that you have about yourself. And she's just reminding us all that we all have something so unique and special to share during this lifetime that we are experiencing. And she's saying that comes from her, right? The thing that makes you special has been encoded within your soul. It's a part of your soul blueprint. It's something that you carry without even thinking about it. It is who you are. And she's saying the thing about this experience in this dimension is that we're dealing with duality. And in this particular dimension of duality, we forget how beautiful and amazing and just spectacular that we are. And that frequency of truly knowing your magnificence is the frequency of wealth, right? Is the frequency of abundance. So how this matrix works against you is not allowing you to, she's just saying that's why from the time you are born, the whole agenda is to get you to forget how special you are. Because when you don't know how special you are, you don't remember what you have the power to create. And furthermore, you don't believe yourself to be worthy of creating things of value, even though that is your true nature. And she's kind of talking about this, I'm trying to get the human words. she's calling it, we'll just say reverse psychology for lack of better terms. Like if someone gets you to hate wealth and abundance and luxury and like all of the beautiful things that you can experience within this reality, if they get you to hate those things, then you're going to always experience inner conflict when it comes to creating them. Meaning, it's kind of like a tug of war. It's like a push-pull. It's like, I really would love to have more money. I would love to experience comfort, but I think money is bad. Like, I just think this whole thing is bad. And so that has been intentionally implanted in your subconscious mind, because whatever you believe is what you create on autopilot. Your reality cannot show you something bigger than what you believe. So when you hold a resistance towards wealth, and just things that you truly know would make your life better, but because you have such a distaste for it, is the word she's giving me, then you push it away. And what we're doing as the starseeds and light workers is we're seeing through the false matrix illusion. We're seeing through the distortion. We're seeing through the low vibrational intention to get us to create realities, low vibrational realities on autopilot. But for you to do that, for you to really see through it, she's saying you have to, she's just saying you have to see the game for what it is, right? What do people say, guys? It's checkers, not chess. She's kind of being like sassy right now. And she's like, it's checkers, not chess. Understand who you're playing against. Although we can say shadow beings are, they are our collective shadow. So she doesn't want us to feel like there's ever anything outside of us that has power. But she's just saying, understand the game you're playing. You're on Earth. You're experiencing the Earth game matrix. You're experiencing a dimension of duality. So in the dimension of duality, there's always going to be a polar opposite, because for you to have this type of experience, there has to be a polar opposite, meaning there has to be that which we would call evil or bad or whatever we want to call it. But truly, that polarity is the thing that allows us to expand. So on the topic of money, accepting, I'm playing a game of duality. I accept the good, the bad, the up, the down. It is what it is. I'm willing to work with the rules of the game. When you're willing to work with the rules of the game, then guess what? You're no longer a slave or a victim. You go, oh, okay, I understand what that game was about. I understand how it helped me expand into my 5D consciousness. Thank you, game. Thank you, players of that game. Mastered it, ready to play a new game of love, abundance, excitement, joy, expansion, creativity, all of that. But you can't get there to the beautiful game if you're not willing to accept the current game and everything that it comes with. So on the topic of money, ask yourself, where can I make peace? This is like really important, she's saying. Making peace with money. And this is so important because it also requires not being resentful towards anyone that was involved with your childhood, your upbringing, etc. Understanding that they all did the best they could do, and understanding that your money reality is purely based on you. And I'm so happy she brought this up, because I can say this was probably the number one thing that I had to heal, consciously heal, as I started to manifest a new reality. I think oftentimes we can feel like, oh, my parents didn't do enough, or this person wasn't there for me, or, why did I have to be born into this situation where it's so hard and it's so difficult and so challenging. But when you are holding those emotions, what you're vibrating is, I am a victim to my circumstances and I am powerless to change. When you truly understand and embody abundance consciousness, you recognize that it was never about what somebody else, whether it's a parent or not, what somebody else could do for you or not, because you have the power to create the reality that you want. And so when I let all these people off the hook and I was like, okay, shit, this has nothing to do with them, right? It's a part of a contract or however, you know, I needed to see it to release that. It allowed me to wipe the money slate clear and invite a peaceful, harmonious relationship with money that was only based on my power to manifest my reality, right? It doesn't matter if your parents could never give you anything or you feel like they should have given you more. Those are all a part of the old 3D game that we're shifting out of. And before you shift out of that game, you have to see that that was just an illusion. Your abundance was never dependent on your family or your parents. That could be a really, really big thing, a really huge perception shift that could just change everything for you. She wants me to repeat this again. Your abundance, she's taking this even deeper than like parents and family. Your abundance does not come from your parents, your family, your job, a rich hubby you want to marry, I don't know, all of those things, even a business. Your abundance does not come from any of those things because your abundance comes from source, because abundance is who you are. It's permanent. It's something that is just innate. It's something that is just here. But when you distort reality, when reality becomes distorted, that's why we are experiencing the lack of things. And let me just tune in with you guys. I thought the family stuff was powerful, potent, and important. Yes, giving away power. So yeah, it was really, really liberating for me when I stopped blaming the people in my life that I thought were responsible for why I was in certain situations, right? Especially I want to just speak on a lot of people of color. And this doesn't mean that it's only people of color who experience lack and poverty and lack of resources. I understand that. But understanding the experience that a lot of people of color can have when it comes to a lack of resources, not having somebody you can call and say, hey, I need some bill money. I just ran out of money. Or, hey, I just lost my job. It's a really challenging experience to navigate when you feel like you don't have anybody. And so in those moments where I felt like I didn't have anybody, guess what I had to do? I had to let source be my somebody. I had to let source be the unconditional, unsupportive source of everything that I needed. Because if I continue to place the blame and the expectation on other people, saying, oh, well, my dad wasn't in my life. He never helped us out financially. So that put my mom in a certain situation and, you know, all these different things. And being a person of color, being a black woman and this lineage of people who never really had resources. That's why I'm in this situation. Those are the karmic stories and cycles that you have to break. You are not those stories. You are not that poverty and that pain. You are your soul. You are source. And I'm getting emotional because I just feel like a lot of you are shifting on this. When you have that breakthrough and you go, holy shit, this connection between me and God is so strong and so pure and so permanent that no other being on this planet can get between me and me. Now you are so fucking invincible. And you are the walking embodiment of source. And that's what this whole shift into the fifth dimension is, right? It is you activating Christ consciousness within yourself. But again, we have to see through, she's calling it all of the ego traps. All of the traps that have been set and put in place to keep you separate, to keep you disconnected, to keep you in a place of pain, to keep you in a place of victimization, to keep you in a place of lack. So where I currently sit in my consciousness is, I don't mind being on earth. I don't mind the duality. I don't mind the games. I don't even mind the ego traps because I know that they're all illusions. and that the only real true thing is me. And when you reside in this eternal knowingness of self, you can just laugh at this cosmic play, because she's saying it is a cosmic play. It is all God source energy exploring and experiencing the different variations of consciousness and possibility. And we need duality, especially in this particular realm, she keeps emphasizing. So this was a beautiful, beautiful conversation. I want to bring people on, like if you guys have questions or you just want to talk about what shifted within you, because this was also like a channeled activation. So as I was talking, as I mentioned earlier, your teams of light have been just doing recoding. They're showing me subconscious recoding, a bunch of different things, helping you to release some things, helping you to really move forward so we can start creating this juicy stuff. So yeah, I am going to bring on Bria. This is my girl. I hope she's doing well. I'm excited to chat with her. Hello, my love. How are you?
Peace and blessings. How are you, Miss E?
I am amazing. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I cannot complain, okay? That's the first. Usually every time I come on here, girl, I'm crying.
So I love the
yes.
Yes. So
I really just wanted to come on. I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, peace and blessings everyone else as well. So I wanted to come on, and I totally feel you right here. This is where I am right now. I'm totally in flow, totally trusting the universe, knowing that everything that I deserve and desire is coming to me right now. But I am still having some struggles with releasing family, those traumas. And it's like I'm releasing them, but my mind is still trying to play like the mind game, like don't forgive them, you know, basically like really telling me that like don't forgive them, you know, like why? But I'm just like, it's too much energy. Like I want to move on. Like I truly desire to move forward. It's like the things that were affecting me, that used to affect me, don't affect me anymore, but it's still like just trying to battle my mind right now. And it's like kind of winning, but I'm still knowing that I'm in control, knowing that I'm right here in the source, knowing that nothing is outside of me. Absolutely. So it's like, girl, I'm just like, I don't know.
So she wants me to do, the Divine Mother does have a activation she wants me to give you to help kind of release some of the mental energy around this. But what she's explaining to you is that true forgiveness, you know, it comes when you open up your heart to understanding that people who are disconnected from source are already in their highest form of suffering. So from place, anything that they've you know projected onto you or done to you or didn't do, or you know didn't acknowledge maybe their responsibilities, all these types of things, right? She's saying you have to see that it's not coming from who they really are as a soul. It's coming from their ego. It's coming from a version of them that has been born out of their own distortion in this reality, right? It's coming from everything that they didn't get. It's coming from everything that they can't understand. So you, as the beacon of light in the situation, you are holding true knowingness of who they really are. You're seeing beyond the titles of my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my, you know, whoever else. And you should be giving me these things. You have to see beyond that, and you have to see them where they are in their consciousness. They're doing, she's quite literally using the term fighting for their life, right? Fighting. So somebody who's fighting for their life, who has knowledge of all of the wisdom that you hold. Can you imagine how heavy this reality feels for them? Can you imagine the mental suffering that they experience on a daily basis? Can you imagine where their vibration is? So if you are mad about that, or if you hold about that, then guess what? You can't elevate to your highest level. And I know how difficult, but you let it go and you love it for all that it taught you. Because guess what? Those people, signing up and contracting to play this game for you to hold all this wisdom that you hold, you wouldn't be able to do the divine work that you are here to do. So when you start seeing it as a gift, thank you for allowing me to see what is not true, for allowing me to see what is not me, then you let it go. And you'll be surprised how those people in your life will even start to change just from the work that you are doing. That's how powerful you are.
Yes, and I've been seeing that. Like, I have literally been seeing that everyone that is connected to me closely or extended, things are changing for them. People are reaching out to me, just from the past. People are really just pouring into me and holding space for me. I know since my last activation with you, you were like, yeah, put yourself out there. And so I was still battling with that. So I finally went live for the first time. And I got so much love. And it was really just like another activation for me, just to like kind of get out of my head and keep moving forward and continue to shine my light, because I truly now know and believe and trust that my abundance is directly connected to all of those people around me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I am working so hard to forgive them and move forward. And in my heart, forgive as well, not only, in my mind or whatever.
And what is also
very real.
She's saying that, and this is for all of us guys, in your thriving and in your success, that is the highest work that you can do. When somebody catches a glimpse of someone who is totally heart wide open, free, joyful, happy, it's like, holy shit, this person is embodying everything life.
Yes.
You don't even have to speak. She's saying you will allow this radiance that you exude for you. It's like it's almost to the point she's kind of giving me where like people won't even have the nerve to like say anything to you, because it's like so getting empowered. Let me just shut the fuck up. That's basically literally like when I'm goddess, I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
That level of consciousness is so powerful, guys, that guess what? It illuminates everything around you. People cannot your realm and your sphere in your life and your reality can't hold the same space with you. Guess what? If they don't come up to that level. So what you can come up here with me, or out, out to the point where you might speak to them a couple of times per year when they alignment and they can manifest an interaction with you. But that's where things are going for you, and she's saying you're doing a magnificent job, and she's doing you have some angels working on your doing some subconscious recoding for you right now to just
thank you.
Helping you with the forgiveness. And she's saying some emotions might come up, but allow yourself to go into them, because ultimately crack your heart open more and you find yourself holding so much compassion for people who used to piss you off.
Yes, girl. And that's where I want to be. This is total confirmation for me. I have been working my ass off, elevating, changing my frequency, moving away from people, letting shit go. And this is just so much confirmation for me. And I am just so fucking excited.
I know.
Because that lets me know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it's only getting better. And that's why it's feeling like this, because it's getting better and I'm going higher. Ashe, thank you.
Yes. And she has one last thing for you. And she's saying, seeing yourself as the divine goddess and embodiment of God's source energy that you are. When you're in the presence of these people, or these people are in the presence of you, understanding who you are and being unshakable on that. Hey, you get me or you don't, but guess what? It doesn't really matter. So that's the level for you, she's saying. So
thank you so much, Ashe. I truly appreciate you. Love you so much.
Love, queen. Much love.
Yes, Ashe.
Bye, hun. Oh my gosh. Sophia Christ consciousness on fire today. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing and incredible. Just lifted the entire frequency of this timeline. I love it. So, okay. let's bring on somebody else. So this is Jism, I think, is your name, and I'm gonna bring you on.
Hello,
Hello, hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am amazing, excited to connect with you. So, what do you have for us today?
What I have for you. So, I'm a Syrian and um, for so long, I'm trying to be myself and let go of all the past illusions and griefs.
Sure.
And last few months, just not just for me, for the collective, I feel like it's time to for big change. Like it feels like for those who their times come, it's time to step up. And I am one of those. I'm trying to step up, and I just filmed a YouTube video, but there are two views, and I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. So, let me just get this right. So, you're saying you feel this expansion happening for yourself, and you feel like you're being called to step up in a big way, but you don't know the next step to take.
I feel like it's not working, but I know that it's working, but not in this physical realm.
Yeah.
Like in this reality, this is happening, but not in this physical realm. I'm constantly getting messages like, do this, do that, be brave, take a step, be a leader. And I'm doing that, but not working.
Yeah, you literally said it perfectly, right? It's working, right? Vibrationally, things are changing and shifting and rearranging, and they're really giving me the word culminating. And in the physical, it can take longer for that energy to be translated. But it's so important that you're bringing this up because this is where so many people struggle with wanting to stop or give up prematurely because you're not seeing certain results in the physical. And it's because we are hardwired to just always have results, always be performing, always be getting something, always be creating something. Even for myself, a recent lesson that I've been going through is you don't have to always be in a constant state of even making money. Like, yes, I run a business, right? This month, my revenue might be here, but guess what? When the energy is recalibrated for whatever alignment it needs, the next month it could be up here. I don't have to always be producing. So they're just saying, don't you don't want to treat your soul purpose like a hustle where you're expecting something. Keep putting your joy and your heart in um this desire to lead and serve is the frequency that's going to sustain you and carry you, if that makes sense. So let me ask you what it is that how are you showing up? Are you creating content? Are you talking about different topics? What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm trying to make a YouTube videos right now. I decided that. But I
Okay.
made a
I'm sorry, but what?
I did one until here. Last year I made a Instagram content, but it's not for me right now. I'm not resonant with that Instagram.
So what they're telling me, they're giving me TikTok for you actually is more in alignment, even more than YouTube. They're actually saying you should be putting all of your energy into making TikToks as opposed to the YouTube because there's more of you have more soul tribe on that platform right now, which are people who are younger, people who are awakening, younger people who are coming into spiritual awakening. So you can make very um intro like content, right? Talking about your journey, talking about entry level spiritual topics, they're saying. Yeah, they're just showing me, I just see your TikTok expanding and growing. And kind of wrapping all of this up, what they're saying is when you are creating content and it's to the point where you are so excited to put something out because you just feel it's so juicy, it's so aligned in your heart and soul, When you're creating from that place, everything else will happen. But if you're making it about the likes and the follows and the views and, oh my gosh, it's not working yet, then guess what? You're not in alignment with the true purpose. The true purpose is that you are here as a light worker who's here to help humanity awaken, who's here to help people get out of their own way. That is going to be your source of joy, which is helping other people. You got to make it about that. And then everything else comes. When I first started this page last year, with 0 followers, I told myself, I don't give a shit about the followers. This is just, I've been dying to put myself out here in this way. This is like years of like holding myself back and not sharing what's on my heart. I just want to share this shit. Like, that's all I care about. I just want to share it. I don't care if anybody hears it. I'm just so ready to share it. Coming from that place, I just want to get this out there. That frequency is so magnetic. They're showing me this signal that goes out into the ethers, and every person that you're here to activate, it's like a light bulb goes off, and they're like, it's like bing, 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 and they tap in with your frequency and everything that you're sharing. So that's what they have for you.
Yeah. What you said is a big confirmation for me, because today I just felt what you say. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, hon. Thanks so much. And so you might have to exit out of the whole thing.
Okay.
And then you can rejoin if you want. Yes. So I'm going to bring on one more person. I just love everything that's coming through today. And she is Divine Intoxication. I am bringing her on. And I love that name. She is Divine Intoxication. I love that. Both questions were on point for me. Yes, me too. Hello, Queen. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, are you at work?
Yes, but I felt it in my spirit. I have to speak with you. Yes. So, yeah, but it's like Source isn't revealing to me what my purpose is. It's like they're withholding it from me, and I've been feeling lots of stuff shifting in the ethers for me, you know, but it's like it, and I really have a deep trust and a deep knowing that it will reveal itself in time. I'm getting the angel numbers. I'm getting the chakra activations as well too, especially in my sacral, in my heart chakra. I'm having the twin flame awakening as well too. But I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was, yeah.
Yes, but it's like it's like it's like my purpose is being withheld from me right now, or what my purpose on this planet here to do is, and it pertains to how I can monopolize it and make money off of it. So, what is?
Yeah, so they're just saying, and this is for all of us, they find it so funny how we cannot see our purpose when it's right in front of us. And they said, you are an embodiment of your purpose, right? Your purpose is not this thing that's like separate from you and you have to find it. It's something that's been inside of you from day one. They're talking about helping women. It feels like specifically women of color to heal on an ancestral level. Is that something you've been thinking about? That's like a part of it.
Yes, yes, definitely healing. I feel like I'm already in a healed state though, because I've been on my,
Not for other people. Well, you're on your journey as well, and there's layers of healing, right? It's multidimensional. And I'm hearing a starseed awakening for you is coming, but they're talking about helping other women to attain this sense of inner peace and power that you have reclaimed for yourself, right? That's sacred business. I am hearing energy healing. Like, I'm not sure if you're already doing Reiki, but starting with Reiki could be good. Getting into some form of intuitive self-love coaching, teaching, that will create space for you to monetize your mission as you stated.
Okay. All right then.
And
Okay.
what's coming through strongly is not feeling like you have to drop sort of like the 9 to 5 job either. Like what do you do for work?
I work at a courthouse right now.
Yes, they're strongly giving me that your presence is needed there. Like your frequency
Wow.
for that environment is needed as of now. Use that, continue to thrive in that space. As you start, they're talking about you do need to tap into some more of your divine masculine energy, create a plan, get a structure, and really get focused on how you want to share your wisdom, creating this opportunity for entrepreneurship, and allowing that to expand as this work supports you. And then it will culminate to a point where that job will be optional, but it does feel like it is a huge part of your the work that your soul is doing right now. So because it feels like there's been some inner conflict with like, well, this isn't my purpose, so something is my purpose. Should I leave? Should I drop everything? And it's all your purpose. It's all working together, because the lessons that you're learning in that space are going to directly translate into the work that you find yourself doing with people who are magnetized to your offerings.
Okay. Well, thank you. Because actually, this job is a temp job, so it's not permanent.
Okay.
But I what you said resonated,
Yeah.
about how, my presence might be needed here and
Absolutely.
stuff. So
They're saying this is for all of us. Whenever you attract a job or an opportunity, it's because they were a vibrational match, right? They needed something. You had something to offer, whether it's temporary, permanent, whatever. For that moment in time, it's a vibrational match, right? So you are where you need to be. If you start feeling like I'm uninspired by being here, use that to help you define where you prefer to be. And sometimes when we attract, temporary jobs and things like that, it's because that experience is going to give us something that's going to allow us to see something more clearly. So just be open to everything that this whole experience is bringing for you.
okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Well, thank you so much. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Whew. I'm like at my energetic capacity, they're telling me. Thank you guys for hanging out. This was absolutely amazing. Even the questions just took us like, we went over the threshold. I love it. So I do want to share that my money membership is open, or I'm sorry, the wait list is open. So the money membership that I'm getting ready to open up to the collective, it's called Money Mystery School. It's really money healing on a multidimensional level, right? It's really combining divine feminine energies, divine masculine energies to understand how to create, magnetize, and implement things that will allow you to truly experience a quantum shift in your reality. Because on the topic of money, like we stated in the beginning of this transmission, Sophia is saying, at the beginning of this transmission, we said, money is the #1 weapon that the matrix uses against you. So in this divine sacred money temple, we are connecting with your spiritual guides, with high-level spiritual guides, ancestors, your divine team of light, and helping you to release and clear the blockages that are stopping you from making the shift. And what makes this offering so beyond anything I've ever shared is that I have 6 co-coaches who are also going to be working with you guys, so you get access to a whole team of healers. So yeah, check the link in my bio. If it feels aligned, hop on the wait list. We're going to be opening doors in July, and so I do hope to see you guys inside. Much love. Bye-bye.